I'm Rupi Sittat. I'm a painter and I practice traditional ways of making. All the tools I use in the studio mostly stem from some sort of a traditional way of being made. The pigments, the brush, the paper, they're all connected to a traditional way of being prepared. I participate in this labor of making. Preparing each step requires thought, requires planning, requires your physical participation. I wish there was a way to actually put the labor on a canvas. So in that way, for me, it's important to also have it as a process that's so personal and stays with me versus everything else leaves. So if nothing else, I can at least tell myself I worked hard. When I work in the studio, I'm mostly sitting on the ground. And I think technically speaking, sitting on the ground is important to stabilize your hand. The line that flows out of your body, if your body is grounded and is still, the line flows better. It's also about embracing these traditional poses. I feel very powerful sitting on the floor like this. I don't have to make myself big. Feeling humble and feeling grounded is also big. The brush that you can say is the star of this way of making is called the squirrel hair brush. It's this brush that has a beautiful point, but it also curves because it allows you to work with line and the contours of a line in a way that you can go on forever. This way of making pigments, or this way of transferring, my compositions onto paper or burnishing, all of this knowledge is something that puts these beautiful constraints to my practice that I really enjoy, because it's within this sphere that I can create many possibilities. And for me, those possibilities are always, stories that stem from my own life as a woman, as an immigrant, as a mother, and then lives of other women that I am inspired by. For the Sika show, I wanted the show to be even more rooted in my identity. So even more going into the past. For me, going into the past is also about going forward in many ways. So that's why this relationship between dreams and memories is explored. The work that is the central focus of this entire idea is a work that's titled Where Dreams Flow. And in the work, there's this dreamscape filled with trees that are mostly trees that occupy the Punjabi landscape, where you might find small memorials that people built for their ancestors. The Punjabi title for it is Sufniyan di Samad. Sufniyan di Samad is loosely translated to kind of a tomb or a resting place or memorial for dreams. And when they build these memorials, these little platforms, they'll plant these trees, which is like the mango tree, the banyan tree, the acacia tree. They create these pockets of greenery in the middle of a landscape. So this painting is to mark dream as an ancestor, but also to mark dream as a guiding light. In front of this work, there's this offering well where individuals can write down maybe a dream that they've had to put aside and allow that to not fade away, allow that to not erase. Because life takes over. However, I think these small pieces of us that guide the whole of us are very, very crucial to memorialize. Paintings in general can feel so different for everybody. Some of us just look at them to look at them. Some of us want to receive. Some of us want to give. But for me, it's just the beauty of that chance to create a world. For audience to walk in and just see the work and find a connection in a way that allows them to maybe experience a memory or a dream or a mix of both would be a beautiful gift.